And I am amazed. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, what does it take to be an Olympian? An Olympian. To be an Olympian, it takes 8 Olympians to compete against one. To be that Olympian, it takes more than 200 athletes competing at the national level, competing together with one objective. And to be that athlete, it takes a child, a dream to excel, a dream to be a giant. That is what it takes, a dream to be a giant. The most inspiring person I find who has had that dream back in 1940s when she was born is Wilma Rudolph. She was born in a poor rural family and she grew up with 22 siblings. Imagine being born to a mother who was a maid and father who used to work in a factory and growing up in those circumstances. Having overcome those adversities, at an early age she was diagnosed with polio. She couldn't walk. Her mother did a lot of things and took good care of her. And by the time she was 8, she was in braces and she still played basketball. And she played so well that over a period of time she didn't need those. And her sports instructor advised her to go running. And she ran so fast. She ran so fast that by the time she was 14, she was competing at the Olympic level. In 1996, she had the opportunity to go to Australia to compete for Olympics, for USA. And guess what? She won. She won the Olympic relays for United States of America. Again, 4 years later, in 1960, she went to Italy and she won consecutive 100 meters and 200 meters. And she was the hero. She was named into the Hall of Fame by the Federation. And 16 years after she was told that she couldn't walk properly again, she was a hero. There is a stamp that the US Postal Service has commemorated in her event. She went on to inspire a generation of women and men to achieve their Olympic dreams. That is the legacy. That is the legacy that she left behind. She is a legend, not a hero, because legends never die. That is the legacy she achieved, to triumph over the obstacles that she faced. That is the message that she is trying to tell us, that no matter what the obstacles, no matter what the challenges that life holds, you can overcome them if you work hard, if you have the will for it, and if you show persistence. That is her comeback. The most prolific comeback that I have seen in recent years is that of J.R. Selsky. He is an Olympic skater who, at an early age of 3, was introduced to roller skating. Now, having loved that and doing that, by the time he was 12, he was an expert at that. And being inspired by another Olympic athlete called Apollo, who himself is a skater, he decided to pursue skating. That is ski skating. Very competitive sports. He worked really hard, day and night, year after year, to pursue that dream, that goal. And he was very close to achieving it. He got selected to be a part of the US Olympic team. And just 5 months before the Olympics, just during a routine trial, he fell and his skate cut his knees deep enough so that he couldn't walk again properly. he was faced with the task that he couldn't compete again. And his dreams were abated to nothing. But he didn't give up. He decided that he is going to still pursue his dream. And through all the surgeries and physical therapy, he continued to make efforts day after day, time after time, second after second, to pursue that dream. That dream to be an Olympian, to be that giant. So with a lot of effort and a lot of determination, he believed that he can achieve that dream. And he went on to compete in the 2012 Olympics for the US skating team. He worked really hard and he was a bronze medalist. He got to compete with his idol Apollo in that Olympic tournament, and he won the bronze medal for United States of America. He achieved his dream after undergoing all those difficulties. But the most important Olympian that has inspired me personally is Amy Purdue. She is a Paralympic champion as a snowboarder. At the age of 19, she was having a happy life, enjoying traveling, and she learned, after going to the hospital, after being admitted, she learned that she had an incurable disease. She was diagnosed with this infection, meningitis. It put her in coma for a week, and because her body was in septic shock, it drew the blood from her feet and she lost the use of her limbs. She decided to write her own story again, and she decided that she is still going to pursue her career, her dream to be a snowboarder. And with that dream, even though she didn't have both her legs, she had prosthetic legs. Even though it made her cry the first time to use those legs, she persisted. She carried on. And over a period of time, she got creative. She invented her own legs to suit the snowboard, to suit the style that she wanted to snowboard, and overcome the difficulties that she cannot feel the ground with those prosthetic legs. She moved on to be an Olympic skier. She won the gold medal for United States again multiple times, and she is now an inspiration to other Olympic athletes. She is a giant. That is what she did. Those are the learnings as to how to overcome difficulties to be a giant. It is good to have a giant as a friend, but to be a giant. That is the truth. For giants rise above fear, triumph over pain. They cross mountains that seem insurmountable. Giants rise over fear, triumph over pain, and push themselves and inspire others to be a giant, to do giant things, to take giant steps, and to move the world forward. That is all.